Wow, they spin off so fast.
I give it 10 episodes.
Damn, shots fired.
Hey, we ain't exactly evergreen ourselves, buddy. Now come help me move through the multiverse and whoa.
Leader of the nation that Bunyan helped build, and as the man who took off his head with an obsidian boomerang, I'll say this much to anyone who thinks they're taller than the law.
Right from the start, President Curtis comes clean about what he did to Bunyan. Speaking to the press, he reveals everything Bunyan accomplished and everything he kept hidden for the past 30 years. Fed up with everything that's happened, Curtis acknowledges Bunyan's service to the country, but makes it clear that no one is above the law.
Timber, bitch. Questions?
Mr. President!
As reporters throw one sensationalized question after another at him, Curtis fires back with sarcasm, making it clear he has no interest in winning anyone's approval.
Thank you, and God bless America.
Later, Banks approaches O'Doyle to inform him that she's officially the new chief of staff.
Oh, Special Agent O'Doyle. You run things by the book when you're not being booked. Ugh, felon much?
Those charges were dropped. It's not murder to finish a ghost business. And waving a hologram of me when I was 3 pounds heavier does not give you clearance.
I've been cleared to come into the United States press room. How could I be here and not be who I say I am?
You could be a gobble.
Overhearing the argument, Curtis tells the press that anything they hear is strictly off the record. Steve immediately points out that it can't be off the record if it hasn't even been said yet. A few seconds later, the real Steve rushes in, claiming he was attacked by some bizarre creature. That can only mean the Steve sitting with the press is actually a doppelganger.
Everyone, stay back. Swapping ammo, shape hold. Shape held.
After the fake Steve explodes in front of everyone, O'Doyle finally believes Banks is telling the truth about becoming the new chief of staff, officially kicking off episode 1 of President Curtis. Inside the Oval Office, Curtis tells Banks she needs to learn everything, from origami to the entire RoboCop screenplay.
Stop. She can do anything.
Shut yourself down.
Boop, boop. Doesn't work like that, and I'm not a synthetic.
After another round of completely pointless arguments, Banks tries to get back to doing her job, but Curtis has no interest in sticking to the presidential schedule.
You can learn karate, right? Actually, better question. If we intercepted one of those giant Japanese monsters...
Kaijus.
If we intercepted a kaiju, could we put a helmet on it and have you hack into its brain? Then we'd have our own kaiju?
Banks reminds him that he can't simply ignore the law and international treaties whenever he feels like it. Janice interrupts to announce that the CIA has arrived.
I'm not from the CIA. The CIA doesn't exist. Or does it?
Immediately pulls out a hockey puck that projects a hologram of the entire country. Jack starts mocking Banks and O'Doyle, who quickly lose their patience after enduring one insult after another, not to mention that he's gotten way too close to the president. Jack instantly breaks down, begging them not to hurt him because his one and only weakness is dying. Before the Secret Service can move in, the hockey puck triggers a fake bomb alert, forcing Banks and O'Doyle to rush Curtis to safety.
Bomb, fake bomb, sound off, fake bomb, vibrate, fake bomb, gentle beats.
As soon as he disables the alarm, Jack slips into the tunnels beneath the Oval Office, disappearing down one of the tubes just moments before Curtis and the others arrive. The three of them follow him, relying on O'Doyle's tracking skills, while Curtis reminds them not to humanize him. When they reach one of the underground vaults, O'Doyle opens fire, only to discover it's another hologram.
You not masturbating in a Zoom meeting. You proudly attending a school play.
Could have been a good dad.
O'Doyle keeps chasing the real target by grabbing one of the wheelchairs, apparently the fastest one available, forcing the rest of them to hop into one of the high-speed vehicles.
Car doesn't really talk. Those are recordings.
There is no such thing as a...
Once they reach the city streets, the chase continues with Curtis and O'Doyle trying to ram Jack while Banks manages to recover the tapes. Just as they're about to catch him, a CIA van swoops in and rescues Jack. Once again, O'Doyle gives chase at full speed, but this time he comes up short.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes...
Banks returns with the tapes while Curtis poses for photos. Even though he insists he isn't actually the president, just his body double, he happily takes a picture with a sweet old lady, completely ignoring Banks, who's recovered 2 tapes. According to the labels, one of them is supposed to be the real one.
Because they're both real? I tried.
A little later, they watch the recordings made back in 1969. One contains the moon landing the entire world saw, while the other is a backup recording prepared in case Armstrong reached the moon and said something so bizarre it could throw the entire world into a panic.
One small step for man. The line is amen. That's what I said. Then you mumbled it. Back to...
Curtis claims that footage was directed by Stanley Kubrick, a filmmaker notorious for pushing his actors to the limit. His obsession with extreme filmmaking methods has long made him one of Hollywood's most controversial directors.
Unfortunately, it cost twice as much as the real moon landing, and 20 people died making it.
Janice interrupts with a message from the CIA.
Also wanted to remind you they have something on you, and since you didn't let them do this the easy way, you might as well just bring the moon footage to them. Would you like to go over this before I eat it?
Fed up with all the secrecy and the way the presidency operates, Banks admits she's already had enough on her very first day and tells Curtis she's quitting.
I don't work for people who only serve themselves.
When I serve myself, I serve the American people. That's the job of a president.
The two argue, and since Banks refuses to apologize while Curtis takes offense, he fires her, even though she'd already resigned. As she packs up her office, she ironically places 3 rules into her box.
But you like a bad day, don't you? I can see from your aura that you kind of get off on wallowing.
And I can tell from everything you say that your mother left you in the tub until it got cold.
Before Banks leaves, O'Doyle tells her that too many things happening inside the White House don't add up, especially after the CIA showed up. Banks immediately realizes he's asking for her help.
Do you think this has something to do with the CIA having dirt on him?
The next day, Curtis attends a county fair convinced he's wearing a flawless disguise. Before long, another CIA operative approaches him, demanding he hand over the recordings.
I want confirmation you'll destroy my file.
I mean, you want me to drag an icon into a trash bin and then pinky swear there aren't copies?
That's when Curtis realizes the agent is Coffee, and the two immediately throw down. The only problem is that Coffee actually has a gun. He shoots Curtis, steals the tape, and heads for the CIA van waiting nearby. Or at least, that's what he thinks.
Sleep, you sleepy little baby piece of shit.
Oh, hi! I'm only here because I thought the CIA might kill you for that fake moon landing tape, and I was right.
Later, Coffee is tied to a chair and interrogated so they can finally find out what makes the moon landing tape so important. When he refuses to talk, O'Doyle prepares a brutal round of torture, ranging from a Colombian manicure to what he calls a Chernobyl circumcision. Desperate, Coffee finally admits that the original tape contains classified information that can never be allowed to get out.
Settings, input. What is the difference between display and form? Hold on. Why does it keep going back?
Menu to go up, volume down to select.
Why is one category display/audio? That's just describing a television.
When they switch to another part of the recording, it turns out there really is more footage. Hidden inside a giant sphere, the astronauts had placed a baby on the moon as part of a secret colonization project. After zooming in and scanning the barcode, Banks discovers that the baby is still alive. Coffee reveals the truth. The child grew into a superhuman monster, and now that the CIA knows it's still alive, countries around the world are preparing lunar missions to capture it. The CIA's goal is to make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Curtis vows to rescue the creature no matter what, but Coffee just laughs, pointing out that the CIA already got exactly what it wanted, the monster's location.
Oh, don't make me sleep. My dreams are so scary.
Banks tells them that whatever issues they have with the CIA can wait. Right now, the mission is simple. Reach the moon before anyone else does.
I don't need NASA to go to the moon. I've got a guy.
A short time later, they visit Rick and Morty to borrow a spaceship.
Sorry for all the times I tried to kill you in your own adventures.
As they leave Earth behind, the three notice another spacecraft flying right beside them. After landing on the moon, Adam's signal continues leading Banks forward, and she can't hide how thrilled she is to finally set foot on the lunar surface. The trio enters another spacecraft filled with files Adam has collected throughout his decades on the moon. O'Doyle notices several more spheres, meaning there were other babies sent there besides Adam. They venture deeper into the ship and are immediately hit by a strange smell. After all, these super-intelligent beings still have biological needs, and they've basically coated the walls with the evidence.
The guy's been isolated on the moon for 60 years.
But why is it on the ceiling?
That's when Adam finally appears. He's old, looks incredibly unsettling, and even bears a slight resemblance to John F. Kennedy.
Moon baby, we've come to rescue you and take you home.
Curtis tells Adam they've finally found him and are taking him home. But Adam mistakenly assumes that means he's about to become president of Earth.
My super spawn could come back and be president of everything. You were born special, Adam, and me and the CIA and White House will always love you, forever.
Curtis explains that's impossible because he's already the president, and that he actually came to the moon searching for information about the CIA. More importantly, he wants to know what happened to the other babies. Adam calmly replies that all he can say is, they were delicious. He ate every last one of them. Enraged, Adam unleashes a swarm of robots to kill them while disabling gravity throughout the ship. The only one still capable of fighting is O'Doyle. As soon as Banks hacks the system and restores gravity, she buys Curtis enough time to chase after Adam while she and O'Doyle battle the robots. When Curtis finally catches up with him, Adam continues insisting that he is the moon baby destined to become president. Their fight spills across the lunar surface, using the flags planted there as weapons, including the MTV flag. Meanwhile, O'Doyle and Banks destroy the remaining robots.
My dick, Metabot!
Little help here, Banks?
Outside, Curtis still can't stop Adam from escaping. Banks tries to hold him back, and just when it looks hopeless, O'Doyle arrives in time to reactivate Adam's restraint device. Back on Earth, the three face the press. Rather than tell the truth, Curtis claims he simply had an intense workout, suffered an embarrassing accident that ruined his gym equipment, and learned that if he was willing to go to impossible lengths just to clean up that mess, he'd go even further for his country.
If I use that power to protect my own interests, I will fail to protect what matters most, the people. God bless America, and don't work out if you're hungover. Goodbye!
Banks praises Curtis for pulling it off. He completed the mission without exposing the CIA, NASA, or the real reason they went to the moon. Instead, he redirected everyone's attention, which, as she now understands, is exactly what it takes to work beside the president. Later, the hashtag Gym Accident starts trending, and every news outlet shows footage of the president exercising. No one realizes he actually traveled to the moon, even though they literally saw him wearing a spacesuit and returning in a spaceship. The cover-up is complete. Banks returns to her position. The tape is locked away in the vault once again. O'Doyle imprisons Adam, and Coffee receives the official mark of mission failure as he waits for whatever punishment comes next. That night, Curtis heads to bed, finally alone.
Thank you, and God bless America.